Hello, my name is Shanda, and actually we've got a business plan for travel agents to be able to help them scale their income streams as well as scale their business and serve their clients even better. So I want to run through that really quickly with you here today. So my history, my background before getting into the travel industry, actually it's interesting. I started as a telemarketer for timeshares. Then I got into the radio advertising industry. And as a result, I specialized in working with small and medium-sized businesses and helping them scale their business. And so over from 2008 until 2019, I worked directly with these small business owners. And then in 2019, I started my own small business. And now I'm a digital nomad, and actually I travel full time. So travel is a part of my heart, and working with entrepreneurs is a part of my experience as well as a part of my mission. So I think that, there was a few things that came up in working with travel agents, and now that we're with TLX Travel Advisors and that I've, built this team and this group, is that we actually have a very specific strategy. And there's a few things that we're here to solve for the average travel agent. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to create diversified income streams, things that are going to come in different ways, so that if one sector, say global travel, gets affected, then you're still going to have income coming in. Okay. The other thing is that lead generation can often be a challenge. That's actually what I specialized in radio advertising, right? And so when we talk about making more money for ourselves and for our reps, we have a solution, and I'm going to go through that as well today. And then in addition to that, there's the support system. Now, being an entrepreneur can be a very lonely journey, and being able to navigate that on your own is something I'm very impressed with. And I know now even more intimately than I did before that truthfully doing that as a small business owner it can be lonely sometimes, and it can be a lot of work. And so what we want to do is we want to create a community of travel agents, travel advisors, as well as travelers that can really create this synergistic, fun, dynamic experience that you have a ton of support, you have endless leads, and in addition to that, you diversify your income. So here's how this works, okay? So as a travel agent, you have a database. You have a database of travelers. And what we do is we help you depending on what it is that you're booking. Let's say there's a ton of Mexico or a ton of Maui, or we have a ton of cruises being booked with your team in this next week or two, or in this season. What we'll do is we'll host a booking party. You'll actually be able to see a video in the links below to be able to see what that looks like, what a booking party might look like. Basically, what we do is we bring in travel agents, travel advisors, digital nomads, and people who have been to these locations to help with that process, right? The do's and don'ts, is there Uber, or do we take taxis, or, some of the logistics that a well-experienced travel agent or travel agency or traveler would know. And so it really brings the travel agents and the influencers together instead of having them compete, because I've really noticed that financially, they're kind of taking from the same pot, right? So what we're doing is we're creating these booking parties so you can invite your clients, invite your clientele to this event so they can see how it is that we would help them navigate that exact process. They're going to see the exclusive deals that we offer. They're also going to get the support of having people who have been there and can help them with this. Now, as a business owner, you may or may not be able to make every booking party, but here's the cool thing. You're going to have a team of people that's there serving your customers, even when you're on vacation, right? Or even when you're off doing something else. So you've got a lot more support when it comes to customer service. And in addition to that, we have a ton of people who can add support. Maybe you haven't been to that city. Maybe you don't have a ton of knowledge on that area. So instead of doing hours of research for this client that may or may not book it, or may not book with you, you can actually refer them to an event where they can have those questions answered and get a world-class experience. So if you want to see what that looks like, definitely check the link below, and you'll be able to get a sense for what it's like for our travelers to book. Now, there's also the marketing piece, right? How is it that you communicate this to your clientele? So what we're going to do is we're actually going to be creating collateral for different events based on who's referring, right? So some people are very big on social media. Maybe you are a travel influencer and you do reels and you do TikToks, and that's where you get your biggest reach from. Or maybe you're a traditional business owner and you're utilizing email and, in-person networking, or traditional media like newspaper, radio, and billboards. Well, we have graphics and designs. We have teams of people who are experts at converting these leads that are going to help create this content. So we're going to do this at as it goes. So you're going to have up to the minute, beautifully designed posters, written content. We've got a copywriting team. We've got a design team that actually creates the content for your email as well as for your social. So you're going to be able to share that around, which will invite your network to these booking parties. So you can monetize your email even faster. Now there's this extra part, and I've been interviewing different travel agents, and yes, the deals are great and that's phenomenal. We want the best deals for our clients, but what about that experience where you go and you do all this work for a client and they end up booking online because it was late at night on a Sunday and they were with their hubby, right? We've all been there. We know it happens. And how do we create that loyalty without the price difference now that consumers have more choice than ever? Well, what we're going to do is we give them access to TLX. We show them how to get the best deals on these booking parties, give them all the support that they need, and then they book direct with TLX. So you actually don't have to be there in the moment, but because they're subscribed to TLX, you actually still get your cut. So this is going to create a more steady income stream. And if you want to see how the money works, we actually have benchmarks based on how many customers, clients, and team members you have. And that creates a residual, like a guaranteed income level based on volume. And so you're not going to have those fluctuations that you may be dealing with in your cash flow right now. So that's going to be how we serve your customers, how we serve you in terms of your marketing. And if you want to see how much money is in it for you, make sure you click the How the Money Works link and you'll be able to get those details. Okay.